Personal story time.
Is it though?
It is personal story time.
What I don't know what you put in the notes. We got to talk about our Christmas day with our families, right? So where's that going to fall in the notes?
Well, then let's swap that out for Daddy Tell Me a Story. Let's switch it. Let's do it here.
Oh yeah. We'll get to that one again. That's a good one. I thought we talked about that, but I don't remember. Okay, so yeah, Daddy Kurt.
Yes.
You got the grandkids. You won some birthday something here recently with the Mario. Regale us with, did you win Christmas? Because listen, by the way, moms out there, everybody's like, dads don't buy stuff. Maybe they don't because they're losers. But the rest of us, we aim to win. Christmas is a contest that we will win. Am I wrong, Kurt?
No, you have to win Christmas.
You have to win Christmas.
So I think I won Christmas, but I'm not 100% sure because I didn't go to all the in-laws because I'm not doing that. And so, but that being said, I made a bunch of things for my granddaughter and whatnot, including a giant rainbow baby unicorn.
Nice.
Which it came out great, and in fact, I've got an extra one.
Kurt is shuffling around the office. He's trying to dig under all the other solid color unicorns to find the rainbow one.
If we don't hear from him for a few days, we might need to send someone to see if he's been buried under an avalanche of extruded filament.
All right.
There we go.
That's cute.
Yeah. So I got some good rainbow
filament. So does it move a little bit?
Yeah, it's articulated.
Okay, there you go.
Yep. So that and just a whole bunch of different things. I had a giant Christmas tree.
Nice. His wife just attacked him like he's on the BBC.
Yep.
It's like, I want that unicorn. Give me the unicorn.
Yeah. Apparently, my ring light really likes unicorns. Oh my god.
You okay, dude?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right. It looked more shocking than anything. No pun intended.
It was. All right. Oh boy. All right. So let's see. There we go.
It's like, let me be the light of your life.
Yeah. Stupid ring light. All right. So, So I made a bunch of things for Christmas, including the Christmas that I did win was for my niece, who I gave her that same rainbow filament. I made a giant dragon egg out of it and made a Christmas dragon that was green with red antlers and yellow eyes, and she likes articulated dragons. She actually went to a craft fair, bought one, and I said, no more buying. You don't have to buy those anymore. She goes, why not? I said, I'll make them for you. That's fine. So I made her one and gave it to her in the big egg, and apparently that went over big. And I made a nativity display for my mother-in-law, although I didn't see her open it because I'm not going over there. It was good. It was a lot of good stuff. Wasn't the biggest thing that happened at Christmas. The biggest thing that happened at Christmas was Christmas Eve. I was in the ER. That was awesome.
I saw that because you cut your thumb off.
Not quite, but I mean, it's bandaged. But yeah, I was a dum-dum.
Didn't put the guard back on.
Yeah. So, I had been using the guard. And,
I watched your video. I can tell this made it so much worse. It's like I used it. I took it off for this. I was just about to put it back on. Went,
yeah. So whatever. But boy, how
old are your in-laws?
Yeah, I don't know, 80s, something like that.
So do you? Is that one of those, the guard you're talking about? Is that one of those mesh gloves, like that look like chainmail gloves?
So I have one of those mesh gloves, but I hardly ever use it because I always use the guard. And the guard is the thing that's the plastic holder that the thing sticks in, or they're like nails basically coming out of the holder that stick into the food that you're slicing. And you just run the guard over, and it slices it, and it has a little plunger thing that you keep pushing down while you're slicing. It's fine. It's just I had a smaller potato. I started it without the guard, was going to put the guard on, and one slice too soon. So, and yeah, I know, Charles, I had that same feeling when it happened.
I know, right? I can just feel it. Right. This is a very triggering episode for me.
Yeah.
I don't want to be here anymore.
And so, like, I had,
and then he dipped it in eggnog, and everything was fine.
Oh, this is the worst.
Yeah, but I wrapped it up and put pressure on it, and it just wasn't stopping. And so I said, I should just go to the hospital. And the hospital literally is across the street.
Did they chemical cauterize it, or?
Nope. Here's what they did. After 3 hours of me waiting in the waiting room, so around 3:00 in the morning, I got in to see a doctor. And
sounds about right.
Yeah. And I was fine. Like, patience-wise, I was completely just chilled. One, I did it to myself. And two, I'm fine. Like, I know what's going to happen. So once I get in there, 10 minutes, which is exactly what I expected. I figured either a couple of stitches or something. They glued it. Gave me this bandage, and gave me a really uncomfortable finger splint that I'm not wearing because it's just too uncomfortable, just to make sure I didn't bang my finger. And so I'll bang it every now and go, okay.
Ow. Yeah.
So I got to bed around 3:30 in the morning, and my wife's alarm woke me up at 7.
Oh man.
Yep. So and in case you were wondering, this is what just came off the printer.
Oh, Fantastic Four.
Yep.
Noise.
So it's a coaster. So anyhow, yeah. So did you win Christmas, Charles?
Well, I want to hear from Joe, but Kurt, between Joe and Kurt, Kurt definitely won Christmas because I have a Hulk, and from Joe I've got Heartbreak. That's all I have. So,
I should just send you eggnog.
No, sir.
Spiked with Malort.
No, get out of here. So I want to hear from Joe. Do you try to win Christmas at your house, Joe, like a real father should?
I mean, I always try to make sure that whatever gifts we give the kids, they like more than the gifts the in-laws give them. So
you and Kelsey tag team it?
Yep.
Okay, that's fair. I think actually at your kid's age, about 12 was when we started breaking off. I started doing my own thing. Beyond that, we kind of tag team it. But my youngest is 11. So actually, I started a couple years ago. So for her, it was young, but my older ones were 14, 15, that kind of thing. But so what did you do for your kids this year?
The same thing we do every year. We on Christmas
feed them a Malort and eggnog. Yeah, all right.
On Christmas Eve, we go over to my in-laws' house. We have Christmas Eve dinner, and my in-laws usually invite another family to join us. They just think about somebody. Usually it's someone from church, but not always. And so we had this couple that moved here fairly recently, where he's from the U.S. and she's from the Philippines. And she made it wasn't called an egg roll. It was called something else. Yeah, but it was basically an egg roll. Like yeah, and it was amazing. So they brought that and some fried rice, and then we had more traditional stuff. So the ham that Kurt will be jealous of because he never gets Christmas ham, and
lumpia, that's close.
Yeah, and then potatoes and whatnot. So we did our Christmas Eve spread. We opened up and each of the kids each year gets an ornament and pajamas that they open up Christmas Eve. And then we stayed the night at my in-laws, woke up in the morning. The kids hate this, but we make them have breakfast before they touch their presents.
What kind of evil Grinch are you?
But we don't wait. We don't make them wait for pictures before they get to open gifts. So that's okay.
No, I'm calling Tennessee defects. That is not okay. You get your coffee, which you don't drink, and you sit down and you let them tear through their energy. Then you go, come on, baby, let's go eat. And they all come to the table, and you eat and you do photos.
No, yeah, we do embellished eggs and orange rolls for breakfast. And
it's like a Scottish egg.
You look confused. You don't know what embellished eggs are, I presume. So it's
Is this a Mormon thing?
I don't think so. I've never had it until I married into my in-laws.
We talked about this on Pokemon Go, and other people came out and said, "Yeah, we've done that."
So yeah, embellished eggs. You cut up bread into chunks. You stick it in. You make a mixture of scrambled. Like you don't actually cook the eggs yet, but you stir up some eggs and sausage, and you put that in there with some cheese. You stick that in the fridge overnight so it can all absorb into the bread. And then you cook it in the oven, and it's kind
like
of
a breakfast scramble casserole kind of.
Yeah, it's really good.
So it's just got a terrible name. No, it sounds fine. Yeah, that's kind of. It really is kind of a embellished French toast.
I mean, but it's not sweet because you don't put any
French toast overload.
Fresh.
Right. No, the French toast is only sweet because of what you put on it.
Yeah,
Sure,
that's
Like
fair.
the French toast itself is like fine.
Yeah.
Be savory. Put a little sausage gravy on it.
It was very, very tasty. And then my mother-in-law always makes her orange rolls, which are cinnamon rolls, but instead of cinnamon, it's got an orange glaze.
Yep.
Then last year it was a mad dash of frenzy of opening presents. We're like, we're not doing that. So we told the kids, look, we're going to take turns opening so that we can see all of your reactions and whatnot. And and so we said, look, only one person's opening up a present at a time. We'll get to all the presents. It'll be okay.
That's that's the only way to know who won.
Yeah, that really is the only way to do it. And the one that's the most eager to open up all their presents gets to be Santa's helper.
we just sent all three of them to look. All right, round 2, go get one present for everybody and bring it over, and then take turns.
I did that when I was a kid. That's fun too.
Okay, yeah, no, we literally did one at a time. That person gets done. The next present goes to get picked out of the tree and sent over. It takes longer, but patience, man.
Yeah. Well, okay. The worst one was when my wife's grandparents were still around, and
that's really mean.
Well, wait till I finish the story. Christmas dinner started at 4 p.m. We really didn't sit down to eat till about 7:30. We didn't start gifts till like 9:30. And at midnight 30, I'm like, it's been longer than an 8-hour day. And we're not done yet. I got to go home. I'm tired. So, but that was the thing is all adults with adult money. I don't think there was any. Sean maybe has some small kids, but the kids hadn't really started coming around at this point. But we're all the kids, my wife, her brother, some of the cousins are now married adults. And so they're bringing extras like me in. And so now you have this 30 adult party with stacks. I mean, everybody's super generous. There's stacks of presents. I mean, no less than 10 presents per person. And the Coopers are the worst about reading books. You'll get them a book, they'll open it up. And everybody goes, they want you to do, it's supposed to go, you open one, go around. You open, everybody opens one, goes around, but you don't start to, and they're like, you got to show us. You got to show us what it is before we can go, okay, cool. Now open the next one. And they'll open up a book. Here, I get it. And they'll just start looking at the back of the book. What is it? They ignore everybody.
Oh.
What is it? They'll start reading it. And they'll start reading the book. And the line will come around back to them. And they're still reading the book. Like, put your book down. Open up.
Dude, we got stuff to do.
Yeah. But
read on your own time in the toilet like you should.
like a real man. Read the toilet like a real man. All right. But compared to your parents, Joe, and the in-laws, did you win Christmas?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
I mean, they gave my kids a fun gift, but then they also gave all three of them a learning gift, which is fine. But the kids were like, "What?" The oldest two got books to learn cursive, and the other one got a book to help with his handwriting.
Terrible. You're a terrible person. Why would you do that?
I know, right? Look, I'm all for better handwriting. I'm not all for cursive. I think it's the dumbest thing. I heard somebody the other day who's not even a boomer, but they're like, no, whatever, it's art form. I'm not discounting that, but it should be taught as art, not as handwriting. And
or as historical reference, because a lot of historical stuff is cursive.
Look,
Sure.
if we want people to learn cursive, here's how you do it. We're taking the secret code class. And this is where you learn how to
I was
write
about to say,
secret code.
there's somebody who's not even a boomer who's like, oh, if you don't want to be able to know what you're talking about, write in cursive.
Right.
No, dummy, there's still enough letters in cursive that look like, I know, regular letters that you can figure out what you're reading.
What? I don't understand.
It's like Pig Latin. That's not a secret either, eh? Right. But no, I am kind of with her. I get triggered a little bit. At Christmas, my mom would always give me the church clothes that she thought I needed, and I get like one fun gift, and then everything else would be socks and shirts and pants and books. Not fun books, but like learning cursive 2.0 books.
I had to fight hard when I first got married because my wife's side of the family always got kids and whoever they bought presents for things that they needed.
Right. Do that some other time.
Yeah, I'm very much at Christmas. I'm getting you stuff you don't need. That's just fun. I don't care. Like, because if you need it, I'm going to get it for you throughout the year anyway.
Caveat, right? There's certain things that maybe people, as young adults, like my wife and I, well, we were always open to give us whatever you got. But there are some people like, we're trying to make it on our own, and they won't necessarily accept it during the year, whereas they'll be grateful.
That's different. That's conditional. That's
a little bit
that's
conditional.
an exceptional. That's an exception,
yes,
right? I mean,
exactly.
So yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
I say if it's on your Christmas list, it's free reign, right? If you put it down, I can buy it for you.
Right. Yeah. Like I got socks and I got slippers. I was in desperate need of socks and slippers, and I was going to buy myself them anyway, but it was an easy gimme for my wife, so I just let her get me socks.
Yeah. And that's my thing too. I don't always buy the stuff for myself that I probably should. So I also got slides this year off of my list, but they're on my list for a reason, because I was maybe going to get around to getting them someday, and I was not unhappy to see them. But yeah, I absolutely won in giving gifts this year. Absolutely. So I just go with, however the spirit moves me. And like throughout the year for Crosby, I went to a number of cons, and I picked up an Oogie Boogie that I thought might be glow in the dark. Is not. However, it was a plushie toy, right? So she loves stuffed animals, those kind of things, plushies, whatever. But inside of it was the bugs that come out of him. So there's 3 plushy bugs inside of him. So she loved that. Then I got her some Nightmare Before when we were at this last con, Joe, at
Conjuration.
Thank you, Conjuration. I bought her that Nightmare Before Christmas tumbler that was hand done by the artist there. That kind of thing. Zoe. So we decided this year for the first time to do a white elephant gift as well. And so our rule is always, nobody's obligated to get presents for anybody, right? If you feel like you want to do something, you do something. And we let the siblings work it out. I think 2 years ago, they drew names. Last year, they tried to get something for everybody, but none of them quite liked how that played out. They'd rather load up somebody than spread it out. So this year we did a white elephant thing, and everybody had fun doing that. It was interesting, but I knew my gift. My girls stay cold, all of them. So I got it off of TikTok, this big snuggie heated blanket that has feet pockets and armholes, and if you wear it backwards, it has the place to put your hands in the pocket. If you wear it forward, it's like a robe, type of deal. And so they fought over that a little bit. So the whole bag was that. It was like glove, hand warmers, 100-page adult coloring book where it's literally, you can't tell the pattern. It's just numbers. So like I said, coloring book for ADHD people. And so they fought over that a little bit, but I bought, and my wife won that bag, but I bought extra Snuggies for the girls. For whoever didn't win the bag, so they got those, and they lost their minds on that. Every year, Aaron gets the pennant banner photo of all the stuff we've done this year. It goes up on the wall, like the pennant banners, blah, blah, blah. But then with my boys, I just went with it. This is just what I felt like doing. And, my wife bought Zoe a little printer, a portable printer, and we thought it was going to be for like photos and whatnot. Apparently it comes with an app. You can draw little things. It's just cool, whatever. I think you can do some pictures, but it's not photo quality. But I said, it's almost like a Polaroid. And then I handed my daughter a Polaroid. It was on her list. I was like, I want your list. Here's a Polaroid with film. And of course, she flipped out. Then Oakland, he got, for me, he got an Xbox Elite Pro Series 2 controller, which he absolutely loved, which, again,
just the controller. He doesn't actually have an Xbox.
Right.
He just got the controller.
No, see, I wasn't that Christmas because day and date of release, I was able to get him the Xbox Series X, and it was hard to do. I did not spend extra, but I did hunt it down, and he got that for Christmas that year. Anyway, sorry, Joe. I'm good. I win. What's even funnier, though, is he's 19, right? He's been with a girlfriend for 2 years. And so by the way, we don't wait. We do our Christmas Eve night because we all like to sleep in, take some of the stress off of Christmas Day. We've already gone to my parents' Christmas Eve morning, so it gives us something really fun to look forward to. Don't ask. And no, Kurt, this is the first year. Even my kids were like, oh my God, we didn't have to sing Happy Birthday to Jesus. So he was telling his girlfriend, he's like, oh, look at what my dad got. It's so awesome. She started getting mad because she had bought him the same controller, same color and everything. I just beat her to the punch. and I didn't know. But so I looked at her, I was like, just understand this family, Daddy always wins. I always win. And then Ryland, he got I forget what he got from his mom or whatever, but I saved his bag for last because this was the slam dunk. He got the MetaQuest Oculus 3 for Christmas, and it's the lighter version, the little bit more affordable version. But he got his own Oculus, which won Christmas, and then it didn't stop there because the best gift you can give is giving, right? And the best person you can give to is yourself. So I got myself at Black Friday the newer CM28 wireless mics, like Tyra let me use.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So been playing with those today. Now, hell no, I don't ruin Christmas either. I bought it at Black Friday. I left it sealed in its bag, ready to return to Amazon. If anybody got it for Christmas, they didn't because nobody's as good as I am. And then let's see. Let me show you this one right here. As you can see, kind of right here off camera, I got a nice Epson home theater projector 1080.
Nice.
Now that one I've been looking at for a long time. BenQ something. I know I've talked off air about. I'd really like a projector for my backyard that I don't have to wait till it's dark to use. Because I got a little $60, $80 one from Amazon just to see if I'd even use it, and I loved it. So I wanted something better. Got it. So yesterday, while everybody was kind of setting up and milling around, there's nothing for me to do. I sat out here in my studio, put it on the wall opposite here, and just played Borderlands all day on like an 80-inch screen. It was great. Which is going to play into maybe not a projector so much, but I am going to redo my studio this year with I've got some better ideas of like a small bookcase type thing at the bottom where I can put records and whatnot in it, and then just like I was going to put the banner up there and just hang little things behind me, whatever. But I'm thinking I might get a mount for the projector for when I'm not using it outside and put it behind, and then we could project our logo behind me.
Yeah, there you go.
Something. I don't know. But it was a lot of fun, and I absolutely won. And I really, really, let me say this to the dads out. Here comes a PDA, a public dad announcement. All right.
I was like, public display of affection.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, I'm gonna kiss the camera, everybody.
I'm pretty sure that doesn't mean what you think it means.
I'm gonna publicly display my affection with a dad slap the next time I see one of these dads. But TikTok's full of them. The kids opening a PS5 and dad going, what? And all the jokes about, we believe dads believe in Santa too because we don't know what's under the tree. You're sorry. That's what you are. If you can't be involved in your family enough to at least, Joe, there's nothing wrong with tag teaming. My wife would rather we tag team, but she started this fight, and I don't back down from a fight, sir. I will win. But to just sit there and let one parent do all the heavy lifting, this is why there's a Valentine's Day. Oh, because that's the only one time of year that you can be guilted into getting the person you love something nice. This is why there's Christmas and stuff. Because, Kurt, you just said you'd help people out all year round. Joe, I know you do. I do too. We not even just stuff they need. We'll see fun stuff and we'll pick it up and hand it to the person. Doesn't matter if it's birthday or Christmas. But you, the guy who doesn't know what their kid got under the tree this year, you're the reason we have to have these holidays. Get better.
Yeah. So I will say, though, as the one who does 99% of the shopping for Christmas because of my wife's disabilities and, just whatever other reason.
And it's not like y'all couldn't sit down together and do it online if you wanted to.
No, I agree, but there's some appeal that I like about my wife not knowing what I got one of the kids. And for her to experience that surprise at the same time. I understand that. But that's way different than a major expense.
Yeah.
and the other parent being oblivious to it.
Yeah. Talking budget and allowing it to be a surprise is a great conversation.
Right.
So life is life, right? And if any of our boys out there, Casey J, random kid, John, are feeling roasted, well, you know what you got to do? Just be better, and I won't roast you anymore. But as you go with your own life, right? And I've always wanted to be 100% involved in my kids' lives to know what's going on. We've definitely tag team in the past. We've set budgets in the past. Then I think it was after the bankruptcy when we had to move to Conyers, that it was just a tough year, and I was piecing some things together. And then it kind of became the next year, and was still kind of gun shy. So she just wanted to do. I got this bonus, and it was about $400 or $500. Like, okay, we can spend $100 on each kid. She goes, okay, I want to take 30 of that and get them stocking stuff or little things. She loves that. She loves loading up on little things. That's her thing. It's like, cool, I'll take the rest and get them one bigger thing. And that's how we start. And then we just kind of split off onto this contest because she can absolutely win. She just is a little gun shy right now. And I don't know all the ins and outs of it, but you go with your life. But I'll tell you, I get that, Kurt. But that's also what I do love about it is the kids win, right, in this battle. Yeah. The kids win. Like if my wife is trying to top me and I'm trying to top her, they all get something awesome. They get that show of affection, that connect. And we know nobody gets their feelings hurt. My wife didn't go, I lost. I mean, I definitely brag that I won, 100%. But we celebrate that in each other. And there's been years when she's won, but it's really but I get what you're saying, Kurt. Is your wife not knowing it's that, but her heart's in it, right? She's
sure,
right there with you on it.
Yeah. It's all good.
Just remember, it could be worse. You could have gotten a cursive book.
Yeah. Hey, Uncle Charles has got you. You want an Oculus? Are you get an Oculus, Jebediah? And no, don't play that for them. I can't do that. I can't afford that right now.